This is a little sculpture I've done called The Shape of Time. Probably giving it more credibility than I intended by calling it a sculpture. It's a lump of Play-Doh actually on a chopping board. I'll just show you the shape of it before I describe why it is. Obviously it's that shape from the front and it's that shape from the side. And just put it back there for a sec. I mean, this is just an idea. This is kind of how now feels to me, really. The time that we live in now. And if you can imagine time generally, I know this is not science, by the way, but if you can imagine time flowing from top to bottom like this is the fall from grace out of the Big Bang. This is the fall here, time. And this is the moment now, experiential moment now. This distance here, it does vary. It could be as small as, I don't know, 4/10 of a second, or a bit smaller than that maybe, or it could be as long as a few seconds. And under exceptional circumstances it could be very, very short indeed, maybe a few hundredths of a second, or quite a long time, minutes, hours, maybe months or years. But this is the time that's experienced as a single moment of now. What William James calls a specious present, or I don't know, it's called other things in different traditions, isn't it, really, in different philosophies. And because now, I mean, it sometimes feels like it's a slice through a it sometimes feels like it's a slice, doesn't it? But it's not really. It's like I don't know, probably Husserl said, now has always got a little bit of the past in it and a little bit of the future in it. The not now and the not yet now. Now is like a corpuscle, or it's just like a segment moving through space-time, greater space-time of the universe or something, I don't know. So I've tried to reflect that, the fact that now has an extension over time with this thing here. And as I say, normally it's short, between half a second and a few seconds long. But if you do like a lot of meditation or something like that, or you have kind of weird mystical experiences, this thing expands that way, so you feel like you're living in a very long now, perhaps even get the sense that there's an eternal now. As again, I'm just talking poetically. This is just what the experience of now is like. And if you're under extreme stress, like if you have an accident, it feels like everything's slowing down, doesn't it? Something like that. And I think that's because your sense of time contracts. So this whole corpuscle contracts. So it's so now takes place within less than half a second. Maybe just a few hundredths of a second. Yeah. So it's that shape there because I think it has a kind of intensity to it. The actual. You know what I mean? Like if like this moment. The centre of my experience of now is here, but it trails off towards the past and trails off towards the future in which I'm moving. So now is at its most intense in the centre of its structure. And it's also got this shape, this kind of fan shape, or this delta shape, this axe head shape, because the past is fixed, isn't it? From my experience at least, my own past is singular. Only one thing happened to me. But the future into which I'm moving feels like a fan. It feels like it's fanning out. It feels like there's a variety of trajectories that my lifeline could go on. You know what I mean? So obviously that's the case for long futures. I don't really know what's happening next week or next month or next year. Lots of things could happen. But even in this very short period of time that now exists in, just this really half a second up to a couple of seconds long now experience. The front end of that now even is slightly unknown and has a number of possibilities attached to it. So just the corpuscle of now that I'm moving in, that is me really, I suppose, is also displays this shape where I'm kind of pointed at the back of my now, leaving a slug's trail through history. But the future is this blinding mirage of unknown possibilities. Well, limited possibilities, not completely unknown. Okay, that make any sense? This is made of Play-Doh, which was really weird stuff. I think it has flour in it because it smells kind of organic. And it's not oily the way the plasticine is. And there we are. There's now for you.